Hello and welcome back. Today is Wednesday, June 5th. I have your three best bets for game one of the NBA Finals. We made it a week later and we're finally here. Game one of the NBA Finals. It has been too long since I've talked to you. Yeah, I'm dropping this video a day early, but hey, most of these lines are pretty much set in stone. Some numbers might be a little lower, some numbers might be a little higher, but I have three plays that I absolutely love. Let me know down below who you have winning this series and how many games. I know on Twitter, my first reaction was Mavs in 6 or 7. I don't really know which number I said, but I know I said Mavs right away. But as the days and days and days have crept, as we've waited this long time, I think I'm going to go Celtics in 6. Celtics in 6 here. Tatum gets his first Finals MVP. It's going to be the summer of Tatum. Luka, he's going to go on his revenge tour for FIBA on the USA Olympics, and then he's going to go on a revenge tour next season. But that's my prediction, Celtics in 6. Let me know down below who you have winning and how many games. Who's your Finals MVP as well? Come on. Let me know down below. And while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. Just takes a few seconds down there. It makes me know you like the content. That's enough about that. I would recap last plays. Hey, 2-0 in my last two plays. 2-0 in my last two plays. Don't let the boy get hot. I think I'm 3-1 in my last 4 plays. So, hey, I'm just saying, we're not going to recap, but we're kind of recapping here. Kind of not, but kind of am. But let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, using my FanDuel 30% profit boost. Thank you, Bill Simmons, for the profit boost on that. 30% profit boost. And I got to throw it. I'm probably the best player in this series here. I'm going to throw it on Luka Doncic, 30-plus points. You get it all the way down to, I got it right now at minus 135. Luka, 30-plus points for minus 135 odds on FanDuel. Using the FanDuel boost here for 1 unit here. Let's jump into it. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5 games, averaging 32.4 points per game. The knee is healthy and is looking great, and he's had a week off here. Luka, with all this rest, and he's getting healthier with this knee issue, I think he balls out here. And I think the Celtics I think they're just going to let Luka do his thing. They're going to have Luka just see if he could score 100 points on him in this first game. That's what I think. I'm not really afraid of anyone on this Boston Celtics team to guard him. Yeah, he could be like, oh, Derek White, Drew Holiday, they're going to guard Luka Doncic real well. But once Luka gets into the paint with them, I think they do exactly what DeMar DeRozan does. Takes him to the paint, backs him down, and then just rises up over him because he knows what he could do in the paint. I think there'll be more Jaylen Brown and Tatum on guarding him in this matchup, so that'll be fun to watch. But Luka Doncic, 30-plus points. He's gotten this over 2 for his last 2 games versus the Celtics, averaging 35-plus points per game. His most recent game was, I think, early March, where he did have 32 points in that game in Boston as well, so you got to love that. He's the ultimate road warrior, though, however. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 32 points per game, 3 straight 30-plus point games, so you got to love that overall. Usage rate has been insane these last 5 games. He's averaging 33% usage rate the whole time out of everyone on this team. For second round, where he was hobbling a lot, he had a 30% usage rate. Now he's at 33, so he's being used way more and more in the pick and roll. They're letting him take him to the promised land, and I think they will. The Celtics, I'm not afraid again of them guarding the point guard position. They gave up big games to Donovan Mitchell, back-to-back like 30-plus point games. Halliburton had great games as well. Nembhard had great games, so not afraid about him overall. Last time in the Garden, 37 points in the game. My projections have him at 30 points here, so Luka Doncic using the FanDuel boost here for 30-plus points. Love it on FanDuel. For my second best bet, going to the other team here, going to the Celtics side of the ball, and I'm going to give this guy the respect that we've been giving him these whole playoff series. And he even said in an interview the other day, he wants his respect. He's going to be in the NBA Finals. All eyes are on him. Porzingis is returning. But it's going to be a Jaylen Brown game. Give me Jaylen Brown over 22.5 points, coming in at minus 125 on FanDuel. Let's jump into it. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5 games, averaging 26 points per game with games of 40, 26, and 29 in his last 3. He has been balling out these last few games. He's gotten this over 2 for his last 2 games versus the Mavs, averaging 29.5 points. His last game against the Mavs, with all the starters playing and being healthy, he had 25-plus points in that matchup, so love that overall. Jaylen Brown, the better home player than Tatum is there overall. He's gotten us over 3 for his last 5 home games, averaging 25.6 points per game with 2 straight 26-plus point games. So gotta love that. And overall in the season, he's averaging 23.6 points per game at home. He's a better home player than he is on the road. 4 straight games of 18-plus field goals attempts. Love that. Aggressive Jaylen Brown all around. I believe the Mavs will be focusing their defense on Tatum, just like how everybody else is, leaving probably Kyrie guarding Jaylen Brown here, and you gotta love that. And Jaylen Brown's been taking advantage of the post play right away when he knows he has a smaller guy on him, and I think that's going to be the case here. Even with Kristaps Porzingis playing, he hasn't played in a month overall. Jumping from not playing to the NBA Finals is a huge task overall, and Jaylen Brown with Porzingis in the lineup at home, he's gotten us over 3 for his last 5 games. The last playoff game was against Miami, where he had 33 points in that game as well. So, love the history. My projections have him at 23.5 points in this matchup. So, hitting the over, we get a nice point discount overall. I like this Jaylen Brown over 22.5 points. For my third best bet, staying on that same side of the ball here, staying on the Celtics side here overall. Gonna probably go with a pretty chalky bet tomorrow, I feel like overall. But hey, it's a great play overall, and I think a lot of people will agree with it. It's Jason Tatum. Over 9.5 rebounds coming in at minus 125 on DraftKings. Let's jump into it. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 10.2 rebounds per game. He had games of 10, 13 in his last 2 playoff games. Love that overall. He's 1 for his last 2 versus the Mavs this season, only averaging 9.8 rebounds overall. He's over versus the Mavs 5 for his last 6 overall. So love that overall history, but the more recent history, 50%. But 5 for his last 6 versus the Mavs, averaging 11.3 rebounds per game. He's gone over 8 for his last 10 games overall, averaging 10.5 rebounds per game. In game 1 against Miami, he had 10. In game 1 against the Cavs, he had 11. In game 1 against Indy, he had 12. So game 1 against the Mavs, he's clearly going to get 13 rebounds in this matchup. So love it overall. He's got us over 3 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 9.2 rebounds per game. He's done it a lot at home overall. My projections have him at 10 rebounds on the dot. I do see that him getting a double-double is like minus 160 in other books. So if you want to not take him double-double, but take him rebounds, because he's going to need to get 10 rebounds to get that double-double, unless you really think he's going to be dishing out 10 assists, but he hasn't done only once in the last 20 playoff games. But if you think he's going to get 10 rebounds, I highly suggest doing 10 over 9.5 rebounds. Better number, minus 125 versus minus 160 for a double-double. Give me the 9.5 rebounds all day. Jason Tatum. Over, love it, book it. Those are my 3 best bets for game 1 of the NBA Finals. So glad we are finally here. I know I'm making this a little day early, but I was just excited to talk about NBA basketball. Let me know down below who you have winning the NBA Finals and in how many games. Celtics in 6. Changing my answer, I said on Twitter the other day. Celtics in 6. While you're down there, please follow my Twitter at DeWidler or X, whatever you want to call it nowadays. X, DeWidler will banter about this game 1. I cannot wait for this matchup. Let me know down below how many games and wins. And while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. It makes me know you like the content. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday if you're watching this on Thursday. And hopefully we all cash these tickets together and go 3-0. I hope you're having a great day. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.